Good evening, and welcome back to Nightmare Narratives. I'm your host, Brian McCauley, where we talk about horror films ranging from the obscure to the mainstream. And today's film on topic is Evil Dead 2, a 1987 horror film starring Bruce Campbell, Sarah Berry, and was directed by Sam Raimi and co written by him and Scott Spiegel. This film, the camera work by Sam Raimi and cinematographer Peter Demings, combined visual feast for the eyes. Because I've said it many a times and I'll keep saying it. If you don't have good cinematography or good camera work in a movie, it's going to fall flat, in my humble opinion. Now, quick synopsis of this film is Bruce Campbell plays Ash Williams, and he and his girlfriend Linda are on their way to a weekend getaway at a cabin up in the woods. And when they get there and they're settling in, he finds a tape recorder and he starts to play again, not knowing that what's on it is a translation of the Necronomicon, which is a book of the dead, and evil spirits force their way into the world and take over a few people, and there's a few surprises along the way. Now, when it comes to comedy horror, it's usually hit or miss. But this one, it hits harder than a juiced up baseball player. Now, as the film is 40 years old, I'm going to get into some spoilers. So if you have not seen this film, I highly recommend you stop in the view right now. Go watch it. You will love this movie. It's one of the best of this genre. The scene where he basically beats himself up after his hand becomes possessed is one of the funniest scenes in horror history. Another great scene that I loved in this film is where this deer head just all of a sudden out of nowhere just looked at him, starts laughing, and all objects around in the cabin start laughing at him as well. And he basically doesn't know what to do, so he breaks down in laughter because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on, and he's losing it. And the gore in this film and the practical effects were done by one of the people was in this was Greg Nicotero, one of the masters, and great gore. 70s and 80s had the best version of gore, because a lot of films now still do practical, but most of it's done in CGI, and with that, once again, it's hit or miss. Fun fact, this film, Sam Raimi had ran out of funding, and Stephen King, who basically gave a good glowing review of the first film, had told Dino De Laurentiis, you need to fund this movie. So Dino De Laurentiis ponied up the dough, and Evil Dead 2 got made. Another great thing about this film is that the character of Ash Williams in this role, as opposed to the previous film, was a much better character, and Bruce Campbell nailed the role. And his character, I think, is one of the most iconic characters, whether you're a horror villain or a horror good guy. And if you really like this film, there is a documentary called Swallowed Souls. It's on YouTube. It's the making of this film. I highly recommend it. And thank you for stopping by my channel, and I hope you enjoyed this review. Like, comment, subscribe. I hope everyone had really good fun watching this review. And 1, 2, 3, I'm out.